Developing the empowered learner, using the technology to facilitate competency-based learning. The International Society of Technology in Education has 7 student standards, of which one we will talk about today. Empowered learner. Students leverage technology to take an active role in choosing, achieving, and demonstrating competency in their learning goals, informed by the learning sciences. Part A. Articulate a set of personal learning goals and develop strategies leveraging technology to achieve them, and reflect on the learning process itself to improve learning outcomes. How does technology make this possible? Technology, in the way of the internet, permits students to work on mastery of standards in all subject areas at their own pace, with modules and courses designed to help students reach their own personal educational goals. Technology assists the empowered learner. According to Jay Freeland, technology supports competency-based learning for the blended learner. Students can learn at a flexible pace. How does this affect the stakeholders? For students, a flex pace, students can actually set personal goals based on their individual educational needs and add courses as necessary. For the teacher, flexible pace teachers are able to differentiate learning for their students based on each individual student needs. There is a reduction in individual education plans because every student moves at their own pace. This is possible because of learning management systems. In Part B, they build networks to customize the learning environments in ways that support the learning process. How does technology do this? Advancement in coursework is easily controlled in the virtual world with qualifiers that gain access to different modules and courses based on the mastery standards demonstrated in passing scores and assessments taken at the student's discretion. These things are actually all done through the learning management systems that are out there. Assessments can be taken when the student is actually ready to demonstrate them, and modules have multiple paths for students to display their mastery. How does this affect on the stakeholders? For students are able to actually create an individual path through courses and modules to customize the learning. Coursework comes to them only after they have actually been able to prove that they're ready for the next levels. Students actually build efficacy and autonomy through this. Teachers get to truly support the education of their students and not feel as if they actually are controlling it. They develop lifelong learners, not just information processing machines like test monkeys. Here are some of the more popular free learning management systems that are out there. In Part C, use technology to seek feedback that informs and empowers the practice and demonstrates their learning in a variety of ways. How does technology do this? All right, through digital portfolios. You can actually create portfolios that demonstrate their knowledge and get valuable feedback such as that in Google Sites. Portfolios allow students to express creativity on difficult things that to assess in subjects. The effects on the stakeholders with portfolios and lifelong learning reflection. Students gain a tool that is a repository for their life's works that enables them to access the opportunity for reflection and growth throughout their lives. Teachers actually gain a sense of how the student truly develops during their time together. Teachers can better understand their contribution and their effects on their students and reflect on their growth as educators as well. In Part D, all right, we're understanding that the fundamental concepts of technology operates and demonstrates the ability to choose, all right, and use and troubleshoot technologies. It's like, how are we able to actually do this in technology? Cloud-based repositories such as Google Sites, all right, and Google Suites. There are other ones out there, of course, but they're constantly developing and offering ways for students to showcase their skills based on emerging technologies. And they have a huge support structure. Just for Google Suites and slides and docs and sheets and drives and all those ones that are along there with it, there is support out there in many different applications as websites and frequently asked questions areas, videos and forums and chats. If you're stuck on something, there is something out there to help you. And you can actually even become certified with Google. You can even become certified through Microsoft as well. Open source technologies that are available out there are expanding rapidly. They are stable. They're secure and compatible with all different platforms. When kids actually get stuck with something, they're getting used to this. It is something that all technology teachers are actually out there pushing, and their tech coordinators, is Google it. If you're looking for an answer, Google it. 1.2 trillion searches per year. 3.5 billion per day. That's on average 1 in every 2 people on the planet are Googling something every day. This is a little video that if you get time, go ahead and check this out on my Google Slides. It's a very interesting take on how you can empower students and how they become empowered learners for life.